If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. When I got here, I wanted to walk out to that spot right there, which is the Colorado River. It really does not look like it's that far away. But when you Google it and you measure the distance, it's almost 10 miles. Now I understand from the camera perspective, you're probably not seeing what I see, but to me, I could just jump over there. It's that close. Then when you go to the horizon, at night you can see a town called Bittersweet over there in the horizon. And the lights are shining, it's just like, it's just right there. I can see car lights driving, and the distance out there is 35 miles. And this puts in perspective the idea that folks think that when they come out here, everything's so easy. Oh, Rob, it's just easy. Yeah, you're making it too complicated. Well, I can tell you, there's no way I'd want to walk across that. So the Colorado is about the distance it would take for those nomads who have messaged me and told me that they're going to see me out there in Nevada to storm Area 51. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments that said, yeah, we're going to go out there because there's a lot of theories that Area 51 is the area where the aliens are being held. If you were to draw a circle around Area 51, it's 10 miles to get to the center of the Area 51. It's about, well, maybe even 12 miles. It's the diameter of Area 51 is 20 to 25 miles in diameter. So if you're going to storm Area 51, you're going to have a long way to run. Now, and which brings me to the idea that people just don't see the perspective in things. Just like I didn't see the perspective of how far the Colorado River is, it's hard to get the full picture when you're looking from far distances. If you're going to storm Area 51, you got to think about this. So the first thing you're going to run into is military men on their loudspeakers yelling at you to stop. Do not trespass. And so you're going to have the psychological stressors. Now the thing is that the military is going to be surrounding Area 51 on the day that it's going to be stormed, because there has been notice. I just read today that 2 million people have confirmed that they are going, and 1.5 million people say that they're interested in going. Hotels and campgrounds are booked full. I think we've gotten to a society where people think, okay, well, you know, if I want to do something, I'm just going to do it and nobody can stop me. You know, I just read an article the other day, somebody stole a political sign out of a yard. She was surprised, not mad, not upset, not crying. She was surprised that she was being arrested for stealing a political sign. And when they told her, well, you're stealing private property, well, what difference does it make? Nobody was using it, was her thought process. And so this is what I'm kind of gathering about this Area 51 thing. Well, I want to go see aliens, and, you know, I pay tax dollars, so I'm just going to go because, well, I'm here to tell you that probably you're not going to make it. First of all, you got to run 10 miles in the desert. I looked it up. The average temperature in September when this thing's going to happen is 107 degrees. So, of course, you don't have water. You're going to dehydrate pretty quick. The other thing you're not aware of is the higher up in elevations you go, for the folks that live down around sea level, it's hard to breathe up here. The elevation there at Area 51 is 5,000 feet. Well, once you get past the bullhorns, then the tear gas is going to come. And so you're going to have to not only have 170 degree temperature, it's going to be hard to breathe. Now your eyes are running and you're dehydrated. And once you get past the tear gas, that's when they use their new device. I just read about this. It's a new device. It sends out microwaves. It's designed to knock you down. There was an officer who wanted to test it out, and so he was running, and they hit him with it, and he went down. He said it was worse than a taser. Look, here's the thing, and I see this with folks wanting to come out and live the nomadic lifestyle. When you're sitting in your house and you're thinking, yeah, this is a great idea. I'm going to come out and live the nomadic lifestyle. You don't see all the little things way out there that are going to be in your way. And it's the same thing that's happening with this storm Area 51. You don't see the little mobile home sitting down there. It's just a little tiny speck Carolyn and I 3 days before we actually saw it. Now I can see it every time. Look, I was in the Navy. I was in Bangor, Washington. It's near Silverdale, Bremerton, Washington area. Bangor is a submarine base. And there's 3 levels to the submarine base. They don't want people coming on to the submarine base. But more importantly, they don't want people on the submarine. The first layer is where the training center is. It's where the off crews go. It's where the barracks are. In order to get in just into the first level, you have to go through a security checkpoint. And every badge is checked. Well, then there's the second level. And that's where all the components of the Navy base are. You know, the auxiliary areas. They're going to have guards there. And they're going to have their military armored vehicles. And so it would be pretty impossible to penetrate that barrier. But assuming you do, then there's a third layer that you got to get through, and it's called the Delta Pier, and that's where all the submarines hang out. There's 3 piers, actually. So there's always 3 submarines there and 1 in dry dock. So you got 4 submarines. And so then you have guards up there before you can get down to even see the submarines that you would have to penetrate. Of course, they're going to have, you know, you give them notice that you're going to raid their base, it's going to be impenetrable. You're not going to get through. And then finally, if you do get through all 3 of those layers, however, with you running with your arms like this, then you're going to have young sailors, 18, 19 years old, standing on top of the submarine, and they're going to be, you know, doing their job to keep you off the submarine. So since there's only 1 entry onto the submarine, you know, all million of you are going to have to, you know, funnel into this little plank, and of course he's just going to start just doing his job and taking that out. So from my perspective of being on a submarine, it's absolutely impossible for 1 million, 2 million people to raid a submarine base. Now, put that submarine base out in the middle of a desert, and you put the aliens that you're going to go see in the middle of that base, 10 miles in, you're not going to make it. I don't think Nomads should go out there and raid this. I think it's going to be very dangerous for anybody who goes out there and actually attempts to cross into the military base. So thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.